Hello and welcome to this Beat Your Competition Online lesson on SEMrush's Site Audit tool. Sometimes we get the question, what's the first tool you use when you get a new client? We actually use SEMrush well before we close a new client. SEO Site Audit is a nice tool because it tells us the state of the company's digital marketing efforts before we even hold an initial meeting. Did you know a site audit covers 4 categories: infrastructure, sitemap, on-site links, and content, and more than a dozen specific areas of analysis. Have you ever carried out technical SEO for a website? If not, we'd bet that it is because it's rather techy and seems out of reach for most marketers. Let us try to debunk the difficulty by going through each part of the tool. So let's see how it works. Once logged in, let's head to the top left of the SEMrush dashboard and click to assure we are in the SEO toolkit. Once there, head to the On Page and Tech SEO section of the left sidebar, where you will find the Site Audit link, which we will click. Assuming we haven't performed a site audit already for our domain, let's click the blue New Site Audit button on the top right of the Site Audit screen, which normally lists all of your projects. Here we will be prompted to enter the project domain and the project name. Then click the green Create Project button. Immediately, you will see the overall site score above the number of pages crawled. If you have a really large site, you will want to be sure to upgrade your SEMrush account. We will instruct you on that in another video. We generally think of a score over 80 as being the minimal acceptable, but of course you want to aim for 100%. Notices are generally ignorable, but errors should be immediately corrected and warnings a second priority. Incidentally, you can see the details of any of these flags if you click the big bold number under the heading of the error type. The thematic scores should all read 100% by the time you fix everything. Many of these scores will be determined factors only in control of the webmaster. For example, some content management systems do not allow you to control the HTTPS implementation, certificates, or other security or infrastructure settings. If you have less than 100% of any of the thematic scores, consider writing your webmaster a nice letter detailing what you need to get these issues addressed. Top issues will be covered on other pages. Now, next to Overview in the Header tab, we will click the Issues tab. Here we can filter all the issues found by severity level. We also see progress over the last 7 audits, and next to each issue, we can send to Trello, a web-based project management application. This is useful when working with big teams on large websites. Another way to view the errors is by clicking the Crawled Pages tab at the top to view every page on the site, with the number of issues and HTTP status code listed for each page. We can also re-audit individual pages here, as we make changes and want to see their immediate effect, without waiting for the next regular site audit. Click the Statistics to get an overall statistical list or graph of all the possible areas of issue. Let us click Compare Crawls, where we can compare 2 audit dates, which can help show our progress over time. Mind you that because of evolving standards, your score can decrease over time if you're not making optimizations to the site and pages, including. Mind you that because of evolving standards, your score can decrease over time if you're not making regular optimizations to the site and pages, including metadata. Rather than score, the most important goal should be on reducing the volume of issues, rather than trying to beat an algorithmic score. Finally, click the Progress tab, where you can view specific issue types over time, comparing one issue type to another. For example, 4xx errors versus 5xx errors. Let us illustrate the process of eliminating issues. Return to the top and click the Issues tab. Scrolling down, we see 2 warnings concerning href-lang and lang attributes. It's an indication that we may not have specified the languages on our pages, which Google needs to direct the right content to the right people. Let us click on the line item to expand the page URLs for these errors. Now we will click the square with an upright pointed arrow, which loads the page with the issue. Let us then show page source from the web browser's developer menu and do a search for lang. We do see a language reference, but it's not in the metadata, so let's fix that. We'll then log into our content management system and head to the section where we can change the meta tag. Now click back to the SEMrush tool and click the Why and How to Fix It link at the top so we can grab the code. The code is linkrel equals alternate href equals example.com href lang equals xdefault, and change it to reflect your own URL. And do not forget to add the https:// or the http:// if you haven't upgraded the security, which you should. Now, if you fail to use the entire URL, an error will be triggered. Remember, you need to use a separate href code for each page. So using the same href for every page on your site is going to likely trigger an error from SEMrush. Let's run the site audit again by returning to the SEMrush tool, and then we'll click Rerun Campaign at the top of the screen. We see that the issue is resolved and automatically disappears from the issues list. So thanks for checking out the site audit tool with us. See you in the next video.